and there was just one or two other people that just showed up, but that was okay. I mean, I just kind of said no to them. But all these synchronizations that he did, my chicken pox, and even my father, he got stroke, and it almost felt like he's doing something, maybe witchcraft or dews or whatever that this man was doing, because maybe he didn't want his future father-in-law to have any of such thing, and probably he thought that my father-in-law would leave, would quit smoking. I don't know, maybe his behavior change thing was all in his head so much, and he always wanted to act like a leader, like he's something, you know, he's leader of a gang, or he's leader, he's like a teacher, and he wants everybody under him, he wants to give orders. And what happened was, once we went to a theater, and so with other friends, and then this man tells me that, oh, Mansi, we'll just sit in at the corner, all the way at the corner seat, and let the others just go in, and we'll just enjoy here. I'm like, okay, that was bizarre. Why he was saying that, I knew it. My intuition told me that this man actually wanted the other people to sit in the center. He wanted to be like a leader. You know, when you think like a leader or a teacher, you are most likely, you know how you tell children to sit in the center, you know, it's like that. Like he was acting like a teacher, like a leader, you know, he wanted all that leadership thing always. It was up in his head. So now that thing was repeated by with me here in US, in South Carolina, in 2015 or 16, when I and my hubby, we went to theater with our friends, but we went for, and theater was almost full, so usually we sit back, but there was no space for, like, you know, 5-6 people. I think there were five of us. So we had to sit in front, and there was literally people, the theater was almost full. So thinking that our friends had a child, and so, you know, thinking that he might want to go to a restroom in the middle of the movie. Anyway, so we just took the center seat. It wasn't like exactly in center, but, and then a lady just comes behind us, behind me and my hubby, and all she does is, it was a big glass of Coca-Cola, and she just drops it deliberately. So all the Coca-Cola starts flowing, comes under our seat, so that we would get up and move to the corner. So while we were seated in the corner, and our friends then who came, they were seated in the corner, but in the front row, then the other lady shows up, and although I told her that there is Coke, you know, on the floor, and really I tried to stop her, but I think the voice of the trailer that were playing was so loud, that, or the advertisement was so loud, maybe she didn't hear me. And if she did not, she could have just asked me, I'm sorry, what did you just tell me? And I would have maybe repeated, but she never did. And she started walking, and then when she figured out, okay, there was a Coke on the floor, she comes out, she walks out, and she says big thanks, like, you know, in a sarcastic way. And I'm like, I just warned you, and even my hubby did. If you didn't hear, then maybe you should have asked again. But in front of everybody, to humiliate you like this, to dictate you while you're thinking something else and while they're thinking something else. So it was, I mean, this man literally played the whole thing again. It was, I mean, these people continuously tell you that there are these big brothers, the military and the NSA or DOD, DOJ or FBI, NSA. I don't think so. It's any of them, because all these things started to happen when this man came in my life in 2001, when a psychopathic mind was very well nurtured by Jalpa Varia, her fiance, Mitali Desai, Avni Patel, Surbi, and many of my other classmates, and of course Pamik Shah, of course all this guy who's came out of nowhere to propose me, and of course even the government. Yes, somehow this person has some kind of power, something that he uses, where he's also using and abusing his power and trying to dictate me for every single thing in my life. And he thinks he's doing a great thing, while actually totally I don't know, I was a very shy, like very quiet person, you know, just living my life, just in my own world, and I was so happy. And now all I know is I'm fighting every other day with most of the businesses out there, be it banks or be it electrician or plumber or airlines. I mean, I'm just fighting. These people, they deliberately just misbehave. They do all kind of wrong things. Even DMV. Yeah, all these people, I don't know, it's the anger that I never had in me is now there, which is not right. It's just not me. 18 years of loneliness is what this man has given, and that is what this man started our relationship with, you know.